Oh, security asks, you thinking where are you going, boy? He replied, good afternoon. I was wanting to enter the event and the security guard says, I believe you are wrong, because in this event, you will not enter, and he asks why he cannot enter and the security guard says, because you do not have the profile for this event, and he replied, how so? Soon another guy appears who asks, can I enter the event? The security guard replied, yes, feel free. The security guard turns to the boy and says, I wanted you to leave, there's no point in insisting, and the boy replied, I just want to come in, I'm just like anyone else in there, and the security guard again says, I already told you that you can't enter, what part do you not understand yet? The boy replied, is the problem money? Because if it is, I have it and I will pay for everything I consume, and the security guard replied, the problem is not money. The problem is that you are causing a disturbance, and I ask you please to leave, and again the guy asks why I can't log in. The guy says, okay, but can I talk to your superior? The security guard replied, we are not going to cause a problem. The guy says, someone must be above you, and I just want to talk, please, and the security guard says, move away a little and I'll call someone to talk to you. So I have a problem here at the front, boy, no, yes, I already explained to him that he cannot enter, because he is not wearing the wrong clothes for the event. The girl replied, what? Like this? We're going to solve this situation, okay? I'm going there. The security guard replied, okay then, the person in charge is already here to talk to you, okay? The boy replied, all right. So thank you, the security guard says, I wanted to ask you to stay over here, please. The girl says, Natan, what's going on? He replied, so Louise, I have a problem, let's talk? So, Louise, the problem I'm having is that he has those spots on his skin, and I think it's inappropriate, he's here, it's contagious too, she replied, true, but we have to do it in a more delicate way and subtle as possible. Natan replies, do you know what the problem is? It's just that he already saw other people come in, and I stopped him. Louise said, because he's wearing shorts, and shorts can't get in. Natan said, looking at it that way, I think it's a good justification. That short stop. Louise approaches and says, why not, young man? The boy says, good afternoon, girl. I wanted to enter the event, but there was a problem, she replied, you don't have the right clothes to enter, and he replied, it's not what was said in the advertisement, but the problem is just because I'm wearing Bermuda, that's it? She replied, that's right, you got it right, the guy said, so if I come back here with another outfit, will I be able to enter? Louise replied, that's not what I said. The security guard said, oh, friend, so things here are very expensive. The boy said, I never said that I don't have money to buy things in there. Louise said, look, my son, you are causing a commotion here at the door, do you understand that? The security guard says, calm down, guys, we're sorting things out right now. And again she asks him to excuse her, and he replied, look, I already told you, I have money here. If I want, I go to the mall, buy clothes, I want to know if the problem is really my clothes. Security says, have you ever looked in the mirror? It's pretty clear, man, that you're not fit to enter this event. Louise says, look, this is a place for fine, elegant people. Security says, man, we are trying to be polite with you, man. Don't force it there. Louise says, we're trying to be polite to you, but unfortunately it's my profession. Soon a girl appears and asked, will it take long? It's just that I want to go in, and the security guard says, yes, feel free, okay? Soon the guy says, I'm going in too, they stop him and says, no. Louise says, look, please leave. On the phone he says, no, I couldn't get in, but it's okay. He bumps into a woman who says, what is that? Don't you look where you're going? You keep bumping. He replied, wow, lady, do you have a problem with me having scratched? Bumped into you. She replied, of course I don't like it, I don't like that nobody is rubbing, not touching me, and even more people like you, look, do you pay more attention? The boy says, boy, boy. Can you help me please? I want to join an event. They're not letting me in because of my Bermuda. You don't want to sell your pants? He replied, how are my pants? The boy said, yes. I give you my shorts and you give me your pants. And I pay for it. He replied, oh, man, it will depend a lot on the money, because those shorts there, it's pretty tacky, right? And the guy replied, I already told you money is not a problem, I'll pay for you, and he replied, let's cut to the chase, how much are we talking about? The boy said, I'll give you 200 reis, and he replied, 200 no, 300, the boy agrees. Security says, boy, are you here again? He replied, yes, the problem is not my shorts. Now I'm wearing pants, I can go in, and the security guard said, man, I know I told you about the pants, but there are other factors and we are expecting a very important person for the event and I don't want that person to see the mess that you're causing trouble here at the front. And the guy says, this person must be really important, and the security guard says, I don't have to give you satisfaction. Luis, come on. And he says, may I know what's going on here? Security, say, it's that guy over there again. Luis and turns to him and says, by any chance, are you deaf? The boy says, the problem wasn't the pants, now I'm wearing pants. Luis asks, who told you about pants? Did he answer it yourself or are you having a memory problem? Security says, I'm here the whole time and she never said that to you. Luis says, please get out of here. The girl he had bumped into early in the morning says, what's going on here? She says, wow, you again. And of course there's a problem, you already bumped into me there earlier. The security guard says, calm down, ma'am, we're already sorting this out. And again, they tell the boy to get out of there. And he asks, who calls the manager? Luis speaks, you are very abused, but I will call. The boy's cell phone rings, and she says, what kind of joke is this? He said, hey, weren't you calling the manager? You weren't expecting a very important person. Soon, they start apologizing. And what we're doing here is a house procedure. The manager said, I think you should have thought about that before you did what you did to me. Luis says, we're just following orders. And he speaks, following whose order, if I am the manager? And again, they say sorry, and the manager said, and the lady, I want you to remove yourself from the event. And she speaks for me, okay. I didn't want to mix with those kinds of people. The manager says, I don't want to mix with your kind of people. And as for the two of you, I want you to meet me first thing in the morning. And I hope you understood what happened here. Luis, come on, what the hell, I didn't want this job anyway. The manager says, excuse me, and you too can excuse me from the front, so I'm going to put other people here? The worst of the stains here is your prejudice. Leave it to other people's self-esteem.